to follow up on your requirement that you highlighted. And then, as Pierre was mentioning early in the call, that we have a discussion in Thailand on the strategy that we're going to move forward with our partners like you in the region. Okay. So before we propose that, we will be better that you share your requirement to Pierre. Then from there, if it's there's technical requirement that we need someone to come in, we can always reschedule another call to come back to you on the details. Then after which, Pierre can share with you how we can move forward or proceed with you and also your client to move the next step.
Okay. Rommel is the lead actually now for this project. But before I pass it on to Rommel, um, like I said, most of our tools are already in place. We have used our own set of tools, mostly open source, some are commercial, but of course, put them all together, they're pretty similar to already what Securely does as a whole. Now, we are open to using Securely. Of course, it's always better to use one tool that's all organized than just multiple tools. And I think Rommel can agree. Now, the only thing that really stopped us was the pricing, because like we mentioned that the pricing that was originally proposed was too high for us to even offer it to some of our engagements. Most of them have found it too expensive, and I think that is really why we also met the last time. Now, the last time we met, we only talked about maybe trials and whatnot, but it was still was not clear on what kind of pricing will be available for us after a successful trial. Because I'm sure the trial will be successful. I'm fairly confident uh, of what I saw. Now, again, even though it is successful, but you know we end up not getting the customer because of the price, then it might be futile to even go there. So that's my concern. But Rommel, I'm sure, has concerns of his own. But having said that, maybe we can just go into
Yeah.
what Rommel thinks as well.
For me, the same. It's more on the, we need help on the pricing as well for that one. It's more like a barrier to entry for uh, for our potential clients. Yeah, so I think it's more on that. But yeah, I agree with Mike on that assessment as well. Yeah, and Eric just messaged me. He'll be joining a little bit later, but we can actually start on this.
Okay. We get your point. I will pass it to Pierre. Let Pierre discuss with you on the pricing way moving forward. What is our plan and so on and so forth. Pierre, I pass it back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. So I hope everyone can hear clearly. If any distortion, please let me know. Okay, first of all, I would like to give a good news. I very sure it's a good news because I would like to tell everyone here the pricing will not be an issue for us. I hope you guys are going to feel happy for it. Okay, and then
Of course,
yes,
but I don't know what that means. But I'm happy right
okay,
now.
okay, my friend, because I'm sure that I will have a chance to see you in Philippines soon because I do believe I can make it for everyone here. Uh, the the reason is because when we work with the let's say in the Asia Pacific market, I saw two dimensions. The first one, say all the sizable company or say the giant companies, they always stick with the, let's say, the well-known brand or the biggest uh, 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 establishment in the market. So the king keen on the brand name, no matter what is the performance and what is the price, they willing to pay for it because that is too objective by the people working in the industry. Let's say for the CTO or CISO in Asia, they want to be they gotta be defensive, and they would like to save their positions in the company, so they don't mind say, I find a well reputable establishment, get a service from them, even that is a sky high price, because when I report to the superior and to the big boss, that will be the best in the market. But those sizable company, those pen test companies, they are still using human. Must hire the pen tester, and most of the pen tester, let's say in the current market in USA, the cheapest pen tester we can get, their salary per year is 120,000 US dollar per annual. So that's mean equivalent to 12,000. Sorry, 10,000 US per month. 10,000 US per month. For for every time they do conduct the pen test, fly all the way from USA to Asia, at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even some of the sizable company, they got over a couple hundreds IP address. They have to spend around 2 months there, or even 3 months. Still quite common. So just only the, let's say, this kind of course, a lot of the company they couldn't afford it. It's only for the sizable company. And then the other company we divide as like SME, or some company is in the middle class. So they will hunting for the pen test on the market. This is a lot of companies on the Asian market. Actually they will ask for a few thousand US, maybe 5,000, 6,000 US, or even some of them they will ask for 4,000 US for the pen test. But after we check it over, we found it most of that, let's say the low cost pen test, they just by using some of the software, the application and the software is made able to download from the website, and then they could just test it. When they found the vulnerability, seems like uh, Michael used to send us one of the company in Philippines, right? Do you remember? You said one of the company. I forgot the name, like something like a Comfort something. That is
Um,
that's it.
yeah.
VA, because VA vulnerability assessment, and then after the vulnerability assessment, a few company in Asia, they will use the black hack to enter to the market, to enter to the system. Let's say to hack into the system, and then let them know, okay, what is the risk for that for the system of the company. So that is what they can do. And then uh, the pricing issue. This is because of the, let's say, the knowledge of the user, and even a lot of CTO, or let's say that head of the IT in the in Asia, they just couldn't define what is the what is let's say a premium pen test, what is a comprehensive pen test, and also they never heard about the parameter, dashboard, ranking, whatever, whatever international standard, and say they might heard about the NIST or ISO 20, 22,000 27,001. Okay, but they really don't know what is in deep. So that could be the problem what we are facing too nowadays, even in Philippines. Am I correct, Mike? Mike? Sorry, Michael.
Um, to a certain degree, yes, you're right.
Okay, and then okay, so after that we have a conclusions on last week. I gathered Alvin and the other teammate from Thailand as well, and we knew that this is everyone faced the same situation. So if we think about the quality, our quality, no matter how good it is, how premium it is, how comprehensive it is, to the buyer side, to they just don't know, and we are hardly to spend days or weeks or months to explain to them and not analyze to them what we are doing, how comprehensive, how premium it is. We cannot change their mind. So no matter what, I do believe Elvin also agree with it. The customer, they have the price in their mind, but they just don't speak out. They always think about, okay, perhaps I rarely spend a few thousand US, so you can do it for me. They really don't know what is the checkbox, just check, tick, or across, and they just think no matter what we serve, it's the same grading, the VA, or they call it the pen test. So in the time being, we want to explore our market. What we can do, our conclusion is let them to try it. Same as Michael say, we have the POC or we have the trial, and then let them see what's different. Okay, let me say the trial that I sent to Michael last month, seems like last month I sent to Michael. That one is just one of our real pen tests, but is that one is without any customization. This is for one of our previous customer. So you see, that's what we have done. But if the real pen test, we have to do the customization because different category, different type of business, and different objectives from the customer. We have to do the customization for them before we launch the pen test. So that is our difference. And then we make it easy understanding is our pen test, the whole package. We may I call it 3 in 1. The first one is the pen test, automate pen test. Uh, and please bear in mind, we serve over around 200 IP address. This will within the same price. But all those pen test companies in the market, they serve 5. I saw 5 in Malaysia, only 5, very limited of address. And also in Thailand, they serve 20, and we serve 200. Or even if you have a customer, say a sizable company, say, hey, told me I have more than 200. Okay, we can say as a promotion, we take care of it. That's the difference. And then the time, we can we can conduct a pen test within couple of days, or let's say a small size company SME, perhaps within 2 days, the the pen test, the reports are gonna be can be issues. We can get a result. And secondly, this is avoid human error. Everybody knew that. So this is our as SWOT's work analysis. We have to emphasize it, telling them because this is the only one way to prevent of the human error, and also we can prevent of any people to, let's say, to sneak peek into the system and then to spread out some sensitive data to the outsider. Okay, so this is
Um,
our so this is very advanced
Hi
for
Pierre.
us. Yeah.
Sorry. May I ask? May I clarify? If we're going to be able to provide a trial, meaning the client itself will be able to install, uh, I guess the machine or the software inside their system, and basically it's basically being implemented there. Does that mean that our service will now be it has to be a subscription service rather than
Mhm.
a VAPT service. Is that how I am understanding it?
Okay, let me say it this way. Let me say it this way. Okay, Michael and your team, you will facing to different type of customer, different class and different size. Let's say if a company, a sizable one, they just want to have a POC. Uh, I heard about you have a supermarket or some a supermarket chain. They got 80 something uh, outlet, right?
Right, right. That's right.
Okay, for that one, they might just want to have a POC. So the POC, we're not going to charge them, but this is just like let them to experience how fast we are and what is the function we can make. We that is the only the POC. But for the trial, we don't mind to give a very good price, unbeatable price to actual user. And then because the pen test, we have to do the customization. And also when they conduct the pen test, we have different type of implementations. Let's say we might integrate with their cloud system. And the best one is we give them a physical uh, machine. We just plug in with their system. That is the one uh, seems like the best for nowadays we use it. And then we also have the other one is we can just make it simple. We can just hack in there. We like a black hat. We just use the black box. We hack in there and then we found all the problem. Okay, we have different type depend on the requirements of the end user. Okay, all of them we will charge in the same price. This is one off. And then when they test the first one, we must find out some because there's some loopholes or vulnerabilities in the system. For an example, the giants name Vodafone, everybody know them. The Vodafone in US, we spent 2 months time. We have discovered more than 66,000 loophole, let's say, vulnerability in the global network. Even the Vodafone, they use the, let's say, the best of the best company to serve them, to taking care of the cybersecurity. They still got a problem. We do believe no matter who using our service, our test, we must discover some. Okay. And then for that pen test, so the real pen test, after we do customization, we have three type of implementation we can do. Let them to select it. Michael just asked me about this. Let them to select it. Which one is more uh, appropriate to them? We take that one. The price is almost the same. There's no big deal for us. And then the time is also the same because all fully automated, just 724, we can do it instantly within couple of days. We can we can have a report. And then the first one we say we do the pen test for one time, and then within 19 days we have to do the second pen test. 90 days, 90 days. Why 90 days? Because we hardly to a lot of customers they not willing to pay the full payment uh, in the same time. So let's say be, before the first test, and then when the second pen test they don't contact, so we have to get the balance payment. Otherwise, we hardly got the balance payment. So that's why we need them to make the second pen test within 90 days. Otherwise, some of the company they test the first one, oh, almost okay. Not, nothing big happened. Okay, just leave it, and then we could just get a deposit and wouldn't get the balance payment. That's why we fix it within 90 days. And also, if they are unable to find and the let's say the uh, management service in the country, let's say in Philippines. So we might have to help them to find some company outsource from America, or let's say we introduce some to them. Also, they are in Philippines to help them to solve the issues. Okay, so this is a pen test. After the pen test, the reports come out. Some of the company they might unable to read it or not know how to how to monitor it. So we have to give them some personal professional training. Those professional training, let's say we have our channel partner is a big name in Asia, like the SARA in Singapore, or let's say the China Unicom International. They are in Hong Kong. They will act on behalf for our as our team to give the technical staff the, let's say, professional training, let them to know how to read those result and uh, and they able to know what is the performance of the system. And after the professional training, and then we have another service. We call it the GRC. Michael heard about this several times. The governance, regulations, and compliancy. Okay, for this service, this is an add-up service for them. If our pen test, we can carry out a details report, and they found out they have the problem about their system. We have a good chance to sell this as on service, the GRC. Otherwise, they might face to a lot of upcoming problem about the keep changing currency in the different part of the world, and also this is some of the new regulation or new acts always come up from especially in European countries and in the USA. We have been heard about the new acts in EU and also the act of
Hi,
cyber.
Pierre. Hi,
Yeah.
Pierre. Sorry. Again, I just wanted to clarify. The it seems that what you're suggesting is we will have different kind of services. Correct me if I'm wrong. We will have different kind of services for each client, and the free pen test will just be our entry into providing the other services. Yeah, or the VAPT is still the primary service.
Okay. May I say in this way? Our entry level is the pen test. We call it the SARA, SARA, Security Assessment and Risk Management, the SARA, SARA. Okay, make it simple. SARA is the entry level. We test it, and then we will give them a report. This is our pen test, and the price we're going to sell to them is a very cheap price because we have to match up the competitor pricing in Asia. And then after the pen test, whether the interest the customer, whether the interest to you as our airline service, let's say the GRC. GRC almost is a must because a lot of company they knew that there's a lot of new compliances keep coming up in the different part of the world. So they have to hire some company to 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 give them that kind of let's say information from time to time. But all those company in Asia they might not have the that much details because everything have to pay. We have a committee. We have the people in the USA. They are working in this field, so they have the latest and most updated information. And we, according to the requirement from our customer, we will send to them immediately. And also we will advise them how to update or let's say to or integrate to that to fix that compliancy. But the other company they won't do it.
Okay, so again, I think that's what I understood, that we will offer VAPT at an entry level price at a good pricing
Okay,
in
okay,
the hope
Yeah.
of
Okay.
offering GRC services to them,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. I do believe, Michael, you get, because you in your country we call VAPT. Okay, we do more than VAPT, because last time our technician team from Hong Kong, he has explained about it. So about you call VAPT, in the meantime doesn't matter. Uh, when the time we're going to launch it, before we launch it, I will let team to give you more information about. We are not just VAPT. It's okay. We just, our one is more comprehensive. This is more upgraded one. But
Okay,
you can call VAPT in the meantime. But this is not
okay,
high level. So the grading is not the same, my friend.
okay. All right.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. But we
Sure.
want to sell with the price is same the VAPT, because
Okay.
we have to beat our competitor.
Okay. I agree. Okay.
Okay,
Please go
so
on.
after the VAPT, okay, I learned from you. Thank you so much. Salamat pork to your languages. Okay, and then after we conduct the VAPT, then Michael and your team, you, of course, you will give them, let them advise. We have the professional training. If your, let's say, the technician cannot fulfill into that after the pen test, even they couldn't man the loophole as well. After that, we have the GRC, the governance of compliancy and regulation compliancy. This is service that for a year. It's not expensive at all. We are saying about if I'm correct, this is about 1,000 US per month in USA. In USA, we might have some pet supply, because we want to say grab the new market share in Asia. But in USA, we are charging around 1,000 US per monthly. Okay. After so the first one is a VAPT, or our one is called SARA, SARA, and then we have the professional training development to the staff. Okay, and the third one we have the GRC. After the GRC, uh, we might have let's say the network technology management, because we have our architect in the USA. Uh, they serve to the even the bank in USA, or the hospital in USA, and even the telecom operator in Europe and USA, and also you know well about the AWS, and you know well about Adobe, and you know well about the Vodafone. We do that let's say the network management for them. This is after the pen test, we can achieve more deal and different type of services. And finally, now we are going to launch this cyber security insurance, because a lot of company, they might been hacked by the hacker and been paid for the ransom. But in the Asia, the buyer, they heard about those pen tests is cost a sky high price, so they've been scared about it. They let's say in Hong Kong, a fully comprehensive pen test is cost about 200,000 to half million Hong Kong dollars. They're extremely expensive, because
How much is that in USD?
divided by 7.8, this is around starting from 30,000 US to uh, to to 70,000 US start apply.
Okay,
Start
got it.
price. And then, Michael, because this is for the standard pen test, for each customization and the add-up service, they will charge it. Just only VAPT. That one is VAPT from the well-known, let's say, the those reputed company. This is the price in Hong Kong. Not the price in Philippines, and not the price in Malaysia and in Thailand. In Thailand, the Cisco, they also charge starting from over a million Thai bucks. That is at least we're talking about uh 30,000, 30,000, no, 30,000, right, 30,000 US dollars, and the startup price in Thailand, and then they have to spend at least around a month. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So we rather to use a cheap part to enter to the market, and then when they find out the loophole for the system, we believe that the customer will be on our hand. Okay, I stop
Okay.
from here. I let you guys to raise some questions.
Romel?
Okay, Romel.
Yeah, hi. Let me. Actually, I'm still processing on that part.
Okay,
Yeah. So for that one, we can do pen test for free, right? Initially. Then we're going to do it again after 90 days.
uh, for that pen test, yes, the first time, the first one, when they
It's
pay the
free.
deposit, we can do it anytime.
Okay.
After they finish the pen test, we give them 90 days. The issue is because if we don't limit the time frame, we don't know when they're going to take the second pen test.
Okay. Okay.
Because Romeo,
You
the
mentioned
pen
you
the
mentioned
pen test is
deposit here.
the
So
Yeah. Yeah. You
sorry,
the
mentioned
you
pen test.
deposit.
mentioned
We have the
deposit,
first
so
one
is
and
that
second one.
free?
The pen test, the real pen test, we will charge them the deposit. Okay, we talk about the selling one first, or you
Okay.
would like to talk about the free one. Okay, this
Yeah.
is two different because now we are talking about we are conducting a business. So
Mm-hmm.
if a buyer they want to use our pen test, of course they have to pay. So we are talking about in the proper way. Michael, 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 uh, Michael's here. Michael's here. Hi, Michael.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
heard you. I think Romel was the one asking. Actually,
okay.
Romel and I are confused. I thought it would have been a free pen test, but I guess
Hold
is
on,
it
hold on,
not?
hold on. Okay. Uh, I must describe. This is no freebie. This is no freebie to give away to whoever because we are doing business. We will not give anything free to our customer.
Oh. Hmm.
But
Okay.
how? But we have to
So yeah, can we
we
this?
we we have to brainstorm how can we attract the customer to pay for money. Before they pay for money, shall we offer them something? Let's say a free trial.
Yeah. If you're gonna ask me, I think yes, but yes is the answer. But it really depends on also how our business model is. But definitely yes is the answer because we have to show them how good our
Right. Okay.
our service
So
is as compared
so
to others.
so may I suggest in this way? If you as you are our let's say our channel partner, okay, I think because we left 5 minutes because I set up for an hour. If this cut, I will say enter again. Gentlemen in the room, please come back again because it will cut in 5 minutes. Okay?
Same link.
Same name, same name.
Okay.
Okay. And then we say about this. You have to wait the the how good is your customer because if SME you give them a free trial or freebie, they just test and maybe they just go away and we won't get any business. But if let's say for example why what we did with the Vodafone, I just make it as an example. We gamble with them. We say we gamble with them. The Vodafone compromise with us. If you can find out the vulnerabilities in our network within within a certain time, a limited time, then we got a contract. So when the first test, we didn't charge them one single penny. But after 2 weeks, we found out a lot, and then they gave us a contract. Until today, we have a contract with Vodafone
Yeah. I
consecutive
I
10 years.
I think that's a very good, Pierre. I think that's a very good model.
Yeah.
So
So we don't mind give them to try, but at least we have to have some black and white to consolidate our problem. We just cannot say, okay, I give you something child free. This is level because when they heard about freebie, everyone want to try. They want to see how good you
yeah,
are. Just heard about you, blah blah. You are extreme. You are premium. You come from USA, 23 years experience. Well, never mind. I just want to try. But after they tried it, okay, bye bye, thank you. This is
yeah,
this is this is not a
yeah.
deal. So
Then
this we
then we can follow your model where you underwent a contract with Vodafone. If we find some vulnerability within the time period that under the free POC, then
yes
you you can you can subscribe, or you can use our service, our
yes
GRC service, or the other services on top of the pen test.
because I really
That's
have
exactly
to.
what we were thinking of.
Yeah, I really have to have a, let's say we have to work with Michael and your team from time to time because each thing, if different thing is each case, they might have different requirement and the background of the company is so different. We cannot say as one word we have free POC or blah blah blah. Okay, let's say and that another example that is the one of our customer. This is the healthcare solution uh, group of company. They have 82 hospital in 10 different countries in the world, and even in Asia, they got 20 something hospital. Each hospitals they have to take the pen test at least twice per hospital, and they have different department. They have to use the pen test at least twice per year. So they they've been watched about our live demo, and then we show them what we can do. Just like you, we give them a free demo, the one that we send by link, right? You check it. They feel happy with it, and they ask for the POC only for one time, only for one time the POC, and that one we give them is this is a free trial, but they have a MOU and with us. The MOU agreed a certain term. If our POC can find out the vulnerability from their system, and they will have a contract with us. So that is the case we against this last month. So this is also a sample for Michael. And
Yeah.
and also, let's say some of the company they might just like a single individual enterprise. They might not have different company. They might not have to take the pen test every year, and then they just want to try. Michael, can I have a pen test and a very special price? Michael can think about whether you can give him a good price. I would like to support you. For example, because the user they really don't know what is the regular price or the market price in Philippines, but they will check just like in the market. They will ask whoever they know about this how much is the price. They must have the figure in their heart. They won't tell you. They just want to get a cheaper one. So Michael, you do on your side how much you want to get, or even you can say, let us test, and then you just give us the price, the the market price. So Michael, you have to check about the market price in Philippines. For example, the VAPT, how much is that? How many US in your country? The one you show us. Hi, Michael.
Are you asking us?
Yeah, Michael. Say you used to give us one of those uh the VAPT by the company, I forgot the name, Comfort Let or something like that.
Oh, the pricing, Eric knows that. I'm not too familiar with the pricing, but
Okay.
definitely cheaper than what we were
Of
talking
course,
about. That's
of course,
right.
because the VAPT is not that comprehensive. So we can build on that
But
price.
like you said, you're right with what you were saying that sometimes our customer doesn't know what a comprehensive VAPT is
Correct.
versus a comprehensive one. So I mean, it's hard to explain to somebody who doesn't understand cybersecurity,
Correct.
and you know that, right? And
Correct.
that's why I agreed with you that sometimes being able to offer a free trial or a free test would be helpful because that way they can compare. Okay, this is what you get from our service. This is what you get from them. Okay, although they are cheaper, they probably only offer you, I don't know, one or two modules, whatever. And I think if the discussion is going that way, it's interesting because I think there's something there that we can work with.
Mm. Okay. So let me emphasize on this. I heard about Michael. You talk about two times in the last sentence. You said something free. We have nothing is free. We got nothing is free. But our price, as you know, the minimum and our regular price in Asia is 16,000 US dollar. It's never changed. And of course, as you are a facilitator, you will mark up your price as well. Otherwise, you couldn't get your uh, profit. So what we can do in this moment is we give them as a special price. Even the customer, they knew the regular price in Philippines is, let's say, 5,000 US. So Mike, you want to get the deal? You are asking, okay, how about you give me 4,500, a less 10% discount with your competitor. So for 4,500 is a deal. Okay, you got 4,500, and then we can also share this for the first time. But after the test is, we believe that the next term or next years or another half a years ago, they will come back to you because they will find what is the difference between our pen test, the in depth, the price, and the quality, and as well as this is without human error, and also according to the NIST and the ISO 27001 standard. And also we, after that, we have the professor training, and we have the GRC. This is a add up service, but the other company they won't have it, so they will come back to us. So we will be say in a hard time is in the beginning how we can enter to the customer. Once we enter the customer, we break the ego and the defensive from the CTO. When we get the deal, the customer will go away. Another fact is Hong Kong. This is YWCA in Hong Kong. The YWCA, they don't know about standards, same as in a lot of country in Asia, and they just say 16,000 US, we could not afford it. So can we, let's say we pay some and test how good is the service. We pay in Hong Kong dollar, and they ask for 50,000 Hong Kong dollars. This is equivalent to around,
Four thousand,
no, divide by 7.8. Oh, anyway,
five thousand.
they ask for they ask for they ask for no, they ask for 20,000 Hong Kong. 20,000 of Hong Kong is something like a little bit less than 3,000 US. And say, okay,
Right.
so because we impossible because we also have let's say license fee we have to pay because the service we use it we have to pay the license fee, and also we will have to use our technician staff to do the customization to them. Okay, so finally we say, okay, we can offer you 20,000, we give you 30,000 Hong Kong dollars. 30,000 Hong Kong dollars. Uh this is around average coming in. Let me like get in. This is around 4,000 US. And then they after they test the first one, and then they fix the loophole and the vulnerability. Then this years they come back to me. They come back to us, and because we have another companies in Hong Kong also being our channel partner. Let's say the China Unicom, and also we have the China City Bank in Hong Kong, CITIC, China City Bank in Hong Kong. The China Citibank we charge them is 600,000 Hong Kong dollars. 600,000 Hong Kong dollars divided by 7.8. This is around nine, 80, 80 something thousand US dollar. Because we have to do customization. So you can tell what the big difference. A bank, they always use the reputed company to do the pen test. Normally they pay more than half a million Hong Kong dollars to conduct one pen test. And now they turn to use our one because we are fully automated. We ask them to pay for 600,000 Hong Kong. It's more than half a million Hong Kong because generally Hong Kong have to charge a lot less than half a million Hong Kong for a pen test. We ask for 600,000 Hong Kong. This is around 80 something, nearly 90,000 US dollar. They willing to pay for it. So this is the case. So now I would like to advise to gentlemen, Eric just come in, Michael and Romel. Our ultimate goal is let the customer to use our pen test. Let them to find out what is the difference, how advantage it is, how fast it is, how safe it is, how comprehensive it is. But when they tell how good it is, they will keep the mouth shut because they still thinking next year they can get a very good price. Same as this year, maybe 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 US. It doesn't matter. Even Michael, you asked me, Pierre, do me a favor. I have a very close friend. He do certain kind of business, blah blah blah. Can you offer him 3,000? I said, Michael, go ahead because you need to get the is consignation from the market. You have to get the awareness from from the market. You have to get the let's say endorsement from the customer. And also you can go ahead to try to link up with so giants company. If they willing to give us an endorsement with our logo to show, we will consider to give them a free pen test, a real pen test, but we don't charge them. But this is a case study. They must return with, let's say, a reference letter as like an endorsement to us. So it's going to help us to show to the new customer, the upcoming customer. Okay, so this is really depend, but I just have to avoid, we call it, we give it free, we give it free, we avoid give you free, we give you a POC, we cannot say like that because the price for us is 60,000. Because let's say for this year, this is now we're in April, you cannot charge it 16,000. But after 7 months later, they come back to me, come back to you. They might say to you, oh, sorry, excuse me, our price have to be 16,000 starting. Okay, so any question about this?
Romel or Eric? I think Eric is here, but
Okay.
Eric might have missed most of
Uh,
the discussion.
yeah. For me, I think you've answered my question on the
Mm.
pricing as well. And what is the definition of free pen test?
Sorry. I assume you asked me what is the definition of free pen test, right?
Yeah, you've already answered that with your answer just recently. The one
Okay.
that you mentioned on yeah.
Okay. Again and again, I would like to declare that that is no free pen test. Nothing is free in this world.
That's
But
clear.
how can we attract the customer because the customer doesn't know what is the standard quality of the pen test. They don't know how good is your company. They in their mind we are no branding. Am I correct? So they're not willing to pay you, let's say 16,000 or 19,000 or even more or even less. So they just only have a figure in their mind. So I would like you, Eric, Michael, Romeo, you talk to him and then you see what is the background of the company. Have they ever to use a pen test in the company history? And what is the pen test company they have been used before? And that's gonna be our strategy to beat them. To me, you can charge them as lowest as you can. But as you charge him, that's very, very minimum price. But how can you make money? So you have to adjust it. I will be fully support you because you need to have some endorsement. Once the customer come in, then you have the reference to show. You need to have the testimonial from the new customer as big as good, as as big as better. So that is what we want to do, what we want to achieve. So if this is a giant company, Eric, you asked me, Pierre, can I have a free POC? I will consider about it. Mostly, I will say yes because it will help you. But please never ever say we have something free. Impossible. But I have talked with Michael and Romeo before. We have to make a balance. At least the customer compromise something. Same as we serve the Vodafone in US. If we couldn't find out the vulnerabilities in the network, we cannot charge one single penny. But we spent 2 months. We found out 660,000 loophole, or let's say the vulnerability in the network, in the global network. And then we have a contract consecutively for 10 years. So when you find out the vulnerability of the system of the network, the customer will not go away. And we can beat the price of our competitor. If the same grading of the pen test Nowadays, you can find in this world around six, 5 or 6 company can serve it, same level, but they are the big name. And also, let your customer to check. We are in the market for exact 24 years. 24 years. You hardly to find any company work in the cyber security only as an expert more than 10 years. Very rare to find. So this is our advantage.
Hi Pierre.
Yeah.
If I can recommend, I understand you understand where we're coming from.
Mm,
What is important for us is to be able to market a standard package. And we know that we want to only offer the Vodafone, quote unquote, Vodafone package to only the big companies, and we understand that.
mm,
But we need to know beforehand what are the limits of how we can offer that quote unquote free pen test as a lure for them to take on more services. Now, like I said, I think that model can work here.
mm,
And between Eric, Romel, and I'm sure we can find the big banks here, the big companies here, who would be willing to sign up with us. But we
mm,
have to understand because every time I ask you about the free, you always tell me do not offer it free. We're not
mm.
offering something free. So I'm a bit
Okay.
confused.
Okay. So if you confuse about this, I what I say depend on the name of the company.
Okay.
If
Uh,
if that if the company is an renowned one, is let's say is a branding one, it can help you for your upcoming selling. I don't mind to offer them free for trial as a POC. But the
and what?
POC the POC will not do the customization. You must understand that. Same as the one we showed to you. That is the POC.
Actually, we have not tried the POC that you've sent. Um, I don't know if Rommel or Eric have, but I have not. But anyway, the point is, uh, I agree with the model because I
Mm-hmm.
think that's really what we were asking for.
Mm,
We're gonna tap the big bank, the big corporations here, and offer to them that service. Because once they try the service and they see how comprehensive it is, I think that's the only way for us to convince them to pay us that amount of money because it is expensive. Now, having said that, I want to see because I'm having a hard time trying to visualize what you mean by offering a free pen test or a free POC. Even
okay.
that, I would like to also understand. But I would like maybe to open up the floor also to Romel and Eric because I think they also have their own questions for now.
For me, I think yeah, I think that one is I agree with Mike on that one. We're in we're having a hard time visualizing that offering. How about you, Eric? Any insights on the packages?
For me, the packages should depends on uh, several factors. One is who are we competing? Who are the who is the client? Do we have really good connections with the client? So, like if we have a good connections with the client, we can really offer a good, good amount of money for the project. If we do have a lot of competitions, maybe it will be a cutthroat competition. So again, I'm not so sure if there's a standard pricing or basically based on the reputation of the client. If the client is so big, meaning this is demanding client, this client will require more attention. So maybe our price will change too. So I
Co-
don't think there will be standard pricing. Maybe internally we do have a baseline standard pricing, but based on my experience dealing with big client is basically a headache compared to a small one. So the premium will be higher if you will ask me. Just my personal.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So, Eric, please allow me to admit this. Uh, for our baseline, whoever will be the same in Asia, 16,000 US dollar. And then we will give them a special offer. Depends on the brand access of the user because the brand access going to help you for the upcoming business development. Until today, I just only seen one VAPT from Michael, and we found that this is big difference between our quality and they are just only VA. And I don't know what's their price too. So as a business partner, you should have let's say the have a spot check with the local competitor in the Philippines. Let us to know what is the market price now. Even now, I'm as a foreigner. You ask me how cheap you can do. I have no idea. I cannot define it because let's say if every company at least they charge for 5,000, I might say my best price is 6,000. So you guys cannot make a business. So we must do lower than the market price. So this part, I need your contribution. When you get me this information, we can adjust the price for a certain time. Because when you have a few customer come in, they will give you a referral and they will consecutively to use our service. That we have a strong confidence on it. And then what a bad name.
Pierre,
Yeah, please.
the, the one of the issues that we found, like you said, when we were talking to the big corporations, the big chains, they have multiple sites, multiple computers. We're talking about hundreds, if not sometimes thousands of
Mm,
workstations.
mm.
Are you saying that the price of 16,000 is for one workstation or for the whole entire company?
We count it as 200 IP address, external and internal.
And
Don't
then what
worry,
if it's over that?
no problem, Michael. You just go ahead. It's hardly to find one company under the same WLAN more than 200 in Asia. Not easy, not easy. Even the telecom Philippines, I don't know what's the name. Okay, they will run in the same WLAN with the that much number. We very sure we can cover that. You don't have to worry. They won't give you 1,000 or 2,000 because the customer also afraid of it. You found too many problems in the system. The CTO is scared will lose his job.
Actually, it may not be the same way, but because here, when we talk to the corporations, they want a price for the whole entire organization.
No
They don't
problem.
want to say, right, like it's 16,000 for 200, but it's 32,000 for all your workstations. You know, it has to be. We have to be clear, and I think that's really what Romel and Eric has been saying. That maybe after this meeting, you can you provide us like something that can serve as our basis for providing a pricing for big corporations or pricing for corporations
No,
with
no. This is
SMEs, you know, things like that, so
this
that
is too
we
this
can
is
easily go out and market.
this is too difficult. This is too difficult. It's not easy. This is not easy because we have to understand what is the background of the company and how many workstation they have, and we give them specific price. If we just use the pricing as a tool to sell, we will make mistakes. We will make mistakes. We have to consult with them, see what do they want.
Ramel or Eric, I leave it to you.
What do you think, Rommel? Well,
Yeah. For that one, maybe we can, maybe we can look into, uh, more market research on this end,
yeah.
so
So,
that we can, we can justify why we are offering what we are offering.
or maybe we can attack different market.
Exactly.
We don't
Yes.
offer this
Correct,
to SME.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
And also because since now I don't have any marketing data from your side, we don't know. We are the newbie. I am the newbie. I'm green in Philippines. So you must have to give me some data. Let me to, let's say we fix the price and the baseline will never change because it's not launching in Philippines. We're launching in other part in Asia as well. But we must have a special price. Otherwise, you cannot conclude the business. And also you might to set up uh ask for a code. How many let's say the workshop and how many IP blah 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 blah, and then Pierre, what is the price you can give to me? I will liaise relation with my technicians in USA because the price is must come from the technical team. It's not from me. They know all the details, how to calculate the price. You can just have a checklist. This is situation. This is his configuration. So okay, how much it gonna get? The minimum price. I can do it. Hi Eric.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Because as long as I have been told, we will use the best, the lowest price screen to attract your customer. Otherwise, you will stuck into this level you couldn't break through. We just waste our time.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So basically, we will be our market penetration will be different. Will be if we will be pushing the product.
Yeah.
So it will be different segments, like the like of enterprise companies, maybe like a pharma, big pharma,
Yes.
that will handle PCI DDS, maybe a telecom, ISO 2007,
Correct.
likes
Correct.
maybe government, like the utility sectors, the like. So yeah, it will be different market.
Yeah.
I think that
Because the customer will not honest to you. This is no loyalty on the customer side. They just want to have the cheapest price, the best quality, and the best of the best service.
maybe what we can do to help maybe what you can do to help us is basically can create give us data sheets for every implementation that you created. For example, government sectors, private sectors for the telecoms, power, manufacturing. So
Mm.
something like that that can help us push the product. And let's say when we meet the customers, we already have client in this, in this category. Maybe we can help you with that since we are already domain expert in this.
Okay, in this issue, we have to do this way. When you approach the customer, you have certain, let's say, compromising and agree to move forward. Then we send let's say we can send NDA with the customer, because the acts in America, no matter who we're going to deal with, we must have informed to the U.S. government, because our headquarters is USA. This is technology. We have the IP. We have we got the intellectual properties. We have to control. So if we know who they are, we have an NDA. Let's say even the telecom company, we can show them the data from some of the, let's say, the well-known sizable company in the world. For example, the Vodafone, they can with at the case study. But in the meantime, we cannot just send and publication to anyone, because this is not safe for us. And also, we've been work in this industrial for 24 years.
Yeah.
If everything we just give away, a lot of people, they will take over and then put on their name and then act as a reseller and make good money. Even the POC can sell.
Yeah,
We,
well, we don't need to tell the customer's name. We just tell that we do have experience in this industry,
Mm,
like for a certain level of certification, like ISO 2001 or maybe PCI DDS or
mm,
HIPAA for medicals. No? So at least we are confident that someone in the organizations, we are backed by this company
mm.
that has the expertise and experience on doing different types of projects that involve security, compliance, etc. So yeah, it's really obvious that we don't have to show them who's the client because we again it's an NDA,
Yeah,
and
correct.
even the client doesn't want
You
to.
know it well. Eric,
Yeah,
you know it well, because even say Vodafone is a special case, because Vodafone, before that, we deal with them more than 10 years. So, and also, for example, a lot of customers, they will say, asking for our reference. We can just send them to check with the CTO from the Peninsula Hotel Group, or let's say from the Honda Motor, or even the Vodafone. They can just check with them, see whether what we did with them in the past, because this is open. But we just cannot ever just send them a paper black and white, because in Asia, this we still not have that much IP, or let's say privacy protections.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think yeah, it's case to case. So we'll see. Yeah, so I think we understand the concept of it.
So Eric, on your side, you might say you have a customer, then you send me the name, we check it out, and then our headquarters say, okay, we give them maybe even 2,000, 3,000. Just do it, because we will measure the upcoming prospect or interest will be good for us or not.
Yeah, yes, correct. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So also, if you have some sort of presentation deck that we can look at, we can see as in, so we can see how you do your presentations to a client, or how does it goes. Let's say we found one client who will be, are we going to present it,
Mm,
or you in on behalf of us, you will be presenting it.
I believe in the meantime, because we are just in the beginning stage, no matter who you met, we have a light demo. We will be together. Our technician do a light demo, a live demo, and then after the NDA, we will send them some physical presentation by PowerPoint. That's the easiest. After several cases, you guys can pick up. You can do on your own, because you have to speak in Tagalog.
Okay, got it. I think that will make sense. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're okay with that. Okay.
Okay, like the last time we did the live demo. Also, we recorded other tapes that I sent to Mike. You can just see it, watch it in the YouTube. So after a couple rounds, okay, you guys can pick it up. You can do it by yourself, much better than us.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I think that's yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope you don't worry about the price because we heard about this. The customer in Malaysia just say, "Hey, how come our price is too high?" And then he got the price from the other company, just the VAPT, and then they charged them 6,000 US, but they told us they pay for 3,000. Of course, the customer is low loyalty, and then we said, never mind. I I gave you 2,700. We knew that he paid for 6,000, but we gave them 2,700.
Yeah. Also, I have another questions. If you could provide us some sort of, let's say, we're competing with different service provider or software provider that provides pen test to the like of Qualys, CrowdStrike, etc. So there's so many, you know. So we just want to know where are we in terms of offering the product.
Or actually, this totally different program because if the people still in the level, they think about we can download a software and then it's gonna to protect the system. This is like a household, like a domestic user. This is not your client. We are going to secure the whole system, the network system. It's not just a software. There's totally say in this level and then in the bottom level. That one is for the household. Otherwise, they will say about I download the software, the firewall, and then some of the shield and the antivirus. I just spent for 30 US dollar. No, no, this is not the same. This is not the same things.
Okay, got it. Yep. Thanks. Thanks.
Okay, so any more issue, Michael? Keep contact. Then we will bring out more issue to clarify it.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
So we'll revert back to you when we have our clients like the supermarket, and then just get
Okay.
back to us with a pricing that we
So
think
mm,
they will
I
get.
will I will give you my words to you. I will give you the best price, the lowest price. But let me see the customer. Then I get you the lowest price. Because when you cannot sell it, I got no business. I need you. We are in a team.
I agree. So
Thank you,
Romel,
my friend.
I think he will be the one that will be the main point person with discussing our clients with you. So Romel, do you have any other question?
Because that's what I told you in the beginning. Eric not yet come in. Because actually pen test it's just like dialysis. After the dialysis, we have a lot of business. We can make money. This is just the entry level. And finally, now we are doing the in Asia, we're doing the cyber security. If you have the big company on hand, no worries. You will make a lot of money. But ask less them to come in for the diagnosis first by our pen test. So at that time, the pen test may be cost nothing from them because we will try to very minimize money. But after that, upcoming is the GRC professional training and also the cyber security and network management. All and all will keep coming, and they will be our customer for several years.
Okay, got it. Thank
Thank
you.
you, thank you so much. So we stay in touch.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Michael, seems I have sent you some paper or document about the channel partner agreement, right? I'm not sure. It seems that one you not yet returned to me, or please check from your
I have
side.
I have not even gotten the trial account that you sent. Can you resend all that? We haven't received anything so far.
You haven't received anything? I checked my last email to you, then I
Yeah,
will send to you.
and then if I can request when you send an email, can you also send me a message that you sent an email, because
Mm.
I receive like hundreds of emails per day, and
Okay.
usually they get lost if people don't tell me.
I check my last email, then I will send to you, and I will send you a message after I just send out.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you,
Okay, thank
gentlemen.
you.
Salamat po.
Salamat.
Salamat po.
Bye,
No
bye,
Salamat.
problem.
bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.